And while the Trump administration strengthens defense ties with one African powerhouse, its relations in all major areas are worsening with another, as South Africa sees ties with the United States plunge to their lowest point. It is closing ranks with Washington.
In a historic move, Iran and South Africa have taken a major step toward deepening military cooperation. This alliance could redefine regional security, bolster anti-terrorism strategies, and challenge global power dynamics. Today, we explore the significance of this strategic partnership and what it means for the world. Historic Tehran-Pretoria military meeting. On August 12, 2025, Iran and South Africa convened a landmark military meeting in Tehran, signaling a significant evolution in their bilateral relations. The gathering brought together Major General Seyyed Abdolrahim Mousavi, Iran's Chief of General Staff, and General Rudzani Maphwanya, commander of the South African National Defense Force. This summit was described as a turning point, establishing a clear path toward deeper defense collaboration between the two nations. The discussions focused on shared strategic interests, including regional security, anti-terrorism measures, and defense technology exchange. Both parties highlighted the importance of coordinated action to address evolving threats in Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. By fostering high-level military dialogue, Tehran and Pretoria aim to create a foundation for sustainable cooperation, including potential joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and training programs. Observers note that this meeting could influence regional geopolitics, signaling to other nations that Africa and Iran are committed to asserting their sovereignty and strengthening collective security. The outcomes of this summit are expected to reshape diplomatic and defense strategies in the near future. Key military leaders involved. The Tehran-Pretoria meeting brought together two influential military leaders, Major General Seyyed Abdolrahim Mousavi and General Rudzani Maphwanya. General Mousavi has a long-standing reputation in Iran for shaping national defense policies and modernizing military structures, particularly through the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which he emphasized as a valuable asset in anti-terrorism efforts. His strategic vision focuses on regional influence, intelligence capabilities, and operational readiness. On the other hand, General Maphwanya represents South Africa's commitment to strengthening its defense infrastructure while promoting international cooperation. His extensive experience in military operations, organizational leadership, and strategic planning makes him a key figure in navigating Pretoria's defense priorities. Both leaders share an understanding of the importance of collaboration in addressing contemporary security challenges, including terrorism, regional instability, and global power imbalances. Their joint engagement demonstrates the critical role of leadership in fostering trust, setting common objectives, and steering high-level military diplomacy. Analysts believe their partnership is central to building a resilient defense framework that benefits both nations strategically and operationally. Objectives of the defense cooperation. The military cooperation between Iran and South Africa is driven by multiple strategic objectives designed to enhance national and regional security. Key goals include knowledge exchange, joint military exercises, and intelligence sharing to counter shared threats such as terrorism, insurgency, and regional instability. Both countries aim to leverage each other's expertise to strengthen operational readiness, modernize defense capabilities, and implement advanced tactical strategies. Iran's experience in regional defense operations, including counterterrorism and asymmetric warfare, is viewed as highly valuable to South Africa's military training programs. Similarly, South Africa provides a platform for regional influence, logistical support, and strategic positioning within the African continent. Beyond operational benefits, the partnership seeks to establish a unified front on international security issues, promoting sovereignty, self-determination, and resistance to external pressures. By aligning defense priorities, both nations intend to create a robust framework for long-term military collaboration. This cooperation is expected to extend to technology transfer, strategic planning, and joint participation in multilateral security initiatives, providing measurable benefits in operational efficiency, intelligence capability, and regional influence. Shared political and strategic values. Iran and South Africa's growing military partnership is rooted in shared political and strategic values, which serve as the foundation for collaboration. Both nations emphasize sovereignty, anti-imperialism, and advocacy for global justice, reflecting historical struggles against external domination and foreign interference. These ideological commonalities inform their defense strategies and diplomatic engagements, enabling coordinated action on international platforms such as the United Nations. By emphasizing principles like justice, equality, and the protection of national interests, both countries establish trust and mutual understanding essential for strategic partnerships. Shared values also influence joint decisions on military operations, regional interventions, and security policy alignment. For instance, their approach to counter-terrorism, regional stabilization, and international peacekeeping is guided by these principles. Analysts note that such ideological alignment strengthens the durability of bilateral relations, providing a basis for long-term cooperation beyond transactional military agreements. This convergence of political and strategic priorities ensures that Iran and South Africa operate as partners with a unified vision, addressing security challenges while reinforcing each nation's influence within their respective regions. Opposition to global arrogance and colonial approaches. A key unifying theme in Iran-South Africa military cooperation is their shared opposition to what both nations describe as global arrogance and colonial approaches. This refers to the influence and intervention of dominant global powers in smaller or developing nations, often undermining sovereignty and imposing geopolitical agendas. Both Tehran and Pretoria have historically resisted external interference, advocating for the right to self-determination and equitable participation in international decision-making. Their military cooperation serves as a practical extension of this philosophy, enabling them to assert autonomy in defense strategy and regional security. By presenting a united front, both countries aim to counter unilateral actions, promote multipolarity, and challenge systems perceived as dominated by foreign interests. This alignment drives tangible cooperation, including intelligence sharing, strategic planning, and coordinated responses to threats in Africa and the Middle East.
Reported by the Iranian media, the generals declared a shared opposition to what they called global arrogance and colonial approaches. The South African Army chief said Pretoria and Tehran shared common goals, adding that they stand alongside the oppressed and defenseless people of the world. He reiterated South Africa's genocide case against Israel, saying those responsible for genocide must be held accountable. The Army chief stressed that his visit to Iran carries a political message, calling it the best possible time to express our heartfelt sentiments to the people of Iran.
Analysts suggest that this stance strengthens the geopolitical influence of both nations, allowing them to negotiate more effectively on the global stage while protecting their national interests against pressure from external powers. Role of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is a pivotal institution in Iran's defense strategy, renowned for its extensive experience in counterterrorism operations and asymmetric warfare. Established after the 1979 revolution, the IRGC has evolved into a multifaceted force encompassing ground, naval, and aerospace divisions, along with the elite Quds Force responsible for international operations. Its involvement in regional conflicts, including in Syria and Iraq, has honed its capabilities in unconventional warfare and intelligence gathering. The IRGC's expertise is particularly valuable in combating non-state actors and insurgent groups, making it a key asset in global counterterrorism efforts. Iran's recent discussions with South Africa highlight the potential for sharing this expertise, aiming to bolster Pretoria's defense capabilities and enhance regional security. This collaboration underscores the strategic importance of the IRGC in fostering international military partnerships and addressing shared security challenges. Anti-terrorism expertise exchange. The recent military discussions between Iran and South Africa underscore a mutual interest in enhancing anti-terrorism capabilities. Iran's extensive experience in combating various terrorist organizations, particularly through the IRGC, positions it as a valuable partner in this domain. The exchange of intelligence, counter-terrorism tactics, and training programs can significantly bolster South Africa's efforts in addressing domestic and regional security threats. Collaborative initiatives may include joint operations, capacity-building workshops, and shared technological resources, fostering a comprehensive approach to counterterrorism. This partnership not only strengthens bilateral ties, but also contributes to broader regional stability by addressing the root causes and manifestations of terrorism. By leveraging each other's strengths, both nations aim to create a more secure environment, enhancing their resilience against evolving security challenges. Regional security implications in Africa. The deepening military cooperation between Iran and South Africa carries significant implications for regional security in Africa. As both nations align their defense strategies, there is potential for a shift in the regional power dynamics, particularly concerning the influence of Western nations and alliances. This partnership may lead to increased support for African nations seeking alternatives to traditional Western military assistance, promoting a more diversified approach to security cooperation. Additionally, joint military exercises and intelligence sharing could enhance the collective defense capabilities of African states, enabling a more coordinated response to regional threats such as insurgencies and cross-border terrorism. However, this alignment may also raise concerns among Western powers, potentially leading to a re-evaluation of their diplomatic and military engagements in the region. The evolving Iran-South Africa partnership thus represents a pivotal development in shaping Africa's security landscape. Steps to deepen military collaboration. Iran and South Africa have outlined several initiatives to deepen their military collaboration, focusing on areas such as joint training programs, technology transfer, and strategic planning. These steps aim to enhance interoperability between their armed forces, ensuring effective coordination in addressing common security challenges. Additionally, both nations are exploring opportunities for collaborative research and development in defense technologies, fostering innovation and self-reliance. Diplomatic channels are being strengthened to facilitate continuous dialogue and coordination, promoting mutual understanding and trust. This comprehensive approach to military cooperation underscores the commitment of both countries to building a robust and resilient defense partnership, capable of adapting to evolving security landscapes. The successful implementation of these initiatives will not only bolster bilateral ties, but also contribute to broader regional stability and security. Significance for Iran's foreign policy. Iran's deepening military ties with South Africa represent a strategic pivot in its foreign policy, emphasizing alliances with nations that share its anti-imperialist and sovereignty-focused principles. This partnership aligns with Iran's broader goal of countering what it perceives as global arrogance, a term it uses to describe Western dominance in international affairs. By strengthening relations with South Africa, Iran aims to bolster its position in the global South, promoting a multipolar world order that challenges U.S. hegemony. The collaboration also enhances Iran's influence within BRICS, an economic bloc it joined in 2024, which serves as a platform for advocating for the rights of developing nations. Additionally, this alliance provides Iran with opportunities to expand its military and defense capabilities through joint exercises and technology sharing, thereby enhancing its regional deterrence posture. Overall, the Iran-South Africa partnership underscores Tehran's commitment to fostering strategic alliances that align with its ideological stance and geopolitical interests. Benefits for South Africa's defense capabilities. South Africa stands to gain significantly from its enhanced military cooperation with Iran. This partnership offers access to Iran's extensive experience in counterterrorism and asymmetric warfare, areas where South Africa seeks to bolster its defense capabilities. Collaborative efforts may include joint training programs, intelligence sharing, and participation in multilateral security initiatives, all aimed at strengthening South Africa's military readiness and operational effectiveness. Furthermore, the alliance provides South Africa with opportunities to diversify its defense partnerships, reducing reliance on traditional Western allies and fostering a more balanced international defense strategy. The collaboration also aligns with South Africa's broader foreign policy objectives, including promoting peace and stability in Africa and asserting its role as a leader in the global South. By deepening ties with Iran, South Africa enhances its strategic autonomy and positions itself as a key player in shaping regional security dynamics.
Timing is indeed crucial. His visit to Tehran comes as South Africa's relations with the US are at an all-time low. President Trump has multiple disputes with Pretoria, including its stance against Israel. But the biggest flashpoint is the accusations of discrimination against South Africa's white minority. This week, the administration released a human rights report claiming conditions in South Africa significantly worsened in 2024, a claim that Pretoria has rejected. South Africa is also seeking to negotiate a new trade deal with Washington after Trump imposed a 30% tariff, the highest in Africa. But despite the pileup of issues, South Africa has
Historical context of Africa-Iran relations. The relationship between Iran and Africa, particularly South Africa, has evolved over several decades, shaped by shared political values and historical experiences. During the apartheid era, Iran was a vocal critic of South Africa's racial policies, aligning with the African National Congress, also known as ANC, in its struggle against apartheid. This ideological alignment laid the groundwork for post-apartheid diplomatic relations, which were formalized in 1994. Over the years, Iran and South Africa have engaged in various forms of cooperation, including economic partnerships and cultural exchanges. The 2025 military collaboration marks a significant deepening of this relationship, reflecting a mutual recognition of shared interests in promoting sovereignty, justice, and resistance to external interference. This historical context underscores the enduring nature of Africa-Iran relations, characterized by solidarity and a commitment to challenging global power imbalances. Reactions from other global powers. The strengthening of military ties between Iran and South Africa has elicited varied responses from other global powers. The United States has expressed concerns, viewing the partnership as a challenge to its influence in Africa and a potential impediment to its strategic objectives in the region. In response, the US has criticized South Africa's alignment with Iran, accusing Pretoria of undermining international norms and aligning with adversaries of the West. This criticism has led to tensions between the US and South Africa, including the suspension of certain diplomatic engagements. Conversely, countries within the BRICS bloc, including Russia and China, have expressed support for the Iran-South Africa partnership, viewing it as a step toward a more multipolar world order that better represents the interests of developing nations. These divergent reactions highlight the geopolitical implications of the Iran-South Africa military collaboration and its potential to reshape alliances and influence in global affairs. Future outlook for Tehran-Pretoria strategic partnership. The future of the Tehran-Pretoria strategic partnership appears promising, with both nations committed to deepening their military and defense cooperation. Plans are underway to expand joint training programs, enhance intelligence sharing, and collaborate on defense technology development. Additionally, both countries aim to strengthen their diplomatic ties, aligning their foreign policies to promote mutual interests and regional stability. This partnership is expected to serve as a model for South-South cooperation, demonstrating the potential for countries in the Global South to collaborate on security and development issues. However, the success of this partnership will depend on the ability of both nations to navigate external pressures and internal challenges, including economic constraints and political dynamics. If successful, the Tehran-Pretoria alliance could significantly influence the geopolitical landscape, contributing to a more balanced and equitable international order. Africa and Iran's growing military ties mark a new chapter in global defense and diplomacy. This partnership will be one to watch, as its impact could reshape regional security and international relations in the years ahead. Stay tuned for further developments on this evolving alliance. Thanks for watching.